Good morning, all. I'm Nandhini, working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Engineering at the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Today, we are going to see a topic on database management system on normalization. In the topic, we are going to see what is a fundamental dependency and decomposition. Let's now see what is a fundamental dependency. Fundamental dependency is nothing but it is a collection or set of constraints between two attributes in a relationship. Because it has two attributes in a relationship, we are known as an fundamental dependency. In the fundamental dependency, that says which consists of two tuples have values in an attribute. Attributes known as can be determined in A1 and A2 till AN. Then these two tuples must have to have same values for attributes. For example, if we have attribute 1, we are taking as attribute A1, A2 till n number of attributes we are taking. Then in an attribute 2, suppose we are taking an attribute B, we are taking as B1, B2 till Bn. Next one is a fundamental dependency is represented with the help of an arrow mark, which is from left to right arrow is denoted that it consists of x to y, where x function determines y and the left hand side determines the value of the attribute on the right hand side. This is known as an fundamental dependency. And the table which is used here is known as an unique identification. It is the relationship that exists when one attribute is uniquely determines another attribute. For example, R is a relationship with the attribute A, X and Y. It is denoted with X denotes Y and Y is a fundamental dependency of X, which is known as X is the fundamental dependency of Y, which is represented in a red color box. Mentioned is known as a unique determination or primary key. It is known as a unique determination or a primary key, which consists of an x-axis and y-axis. It determines and denotes the relationship between the table, which consists of an uniquely different values. Next one is represented in the field form. The field represented is given in the, for example, it consists of a senior ID, name and a surname, which consists of, suppose this ID is represented with the 478, 479 and 480, and the name is represented Murugan, Saravanan and Arumugam, and the surname represented with the initial as KSNT. It denotes this the SID is represented with the name and SID is represented with the surname, because this ID represents both the name and the surname, and the functional dependencies have been mentioned here. Next one is record or row. What is known as a record or row? Record consists of many rows, and these rows can be identified with the example. As we have seen in the above example, record consists of SID, name, surname, age and marks. And the ID consists of 478, 479 and 480, and the name consists of Murugan, Saravanan and Argumam, with the surnames as KSNT, with the age is represented by 17, 18 and 20, and the mark is represented by 78, 85 and 80. With this dependency, we can denote that this SID, serial ID is represented with the SID name, and the SID is represented with the surname, the SID is represented with the age, and the SID is represented with the mark. These are being represented here. Next one is with the for example, these are all known as a functional dependency. This name, surname, age and marks are known as a functional dependency. But SID, age and SID marks, more than one side can have the different age and the marks, so that this is not functionally dependent. This is not a functionally dependent one. Next one is a decomposition. In the decomposition is the process of breaking down one table into multiple tables, because one table has been divided into multiple tables. For example, employee department table and employee table. In the employee department table consists of an employee ID, e-name, age, city, salary, deposited and departments, which consist of an EID from E1, E2, E3, E4, E5 with the name of ABCD till REW, age from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 till this, and the city with the KRR, CBE, MAS, TDY and ED. The salary was 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000 with the deposited ID with the D1 to D5, and the department from CST, IT, EC, MEC and AAA. And this employee table is denoted with the EID, E-name, age and city. This age and city is enough to see this EID consists of E1 to E5, E-name from ABC to REW, age from 14 to 18, and the city from KRR to CBE, MAS, TDY and ED. These are all been represented here. This decomposition table consists of a department ID, EID and department D1 to D5, E1 to E5 and CSE, IT, ECE and mechanical and AAA. For example, as fill in the blanks has been given here to represent the functional dependency is a set of constraints between the attribute in a relationship, and decomposition is the process of breaking down the table into the tables. Below the table where we have seen is an example given below. Thank you so much for watching this.